Alright, what's good everybody? Welcome. Today what we got for you is Naya ramp. Using not typical ramps such as like classic ramp cards like Land of Our Elves, or using things like Cultivate or Growth Spiral or Explore to put more lands into play. This time we're actually ramping using treasures. So kind of a pseudo-ish sort of kind of treasure. Well, it is a treasure, and it does do a similar thing as a treasure does. Courier's Briefcase. 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you make a 1/1 citizen, and you can sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color. So in that sense, it is a treasure. Black Market Tycoon. Also another card from New Capenna. At the beginning of your upkeep, Black Market Tycoon deals 2 damage to you for each treasure you control. You can tap this to create a treasure token. Also pretty good if you're doing like a nice little token synergy, because it's pretty good. Some other staples that we've kind of seen: Voltage Surge, we've seen since Kamigawa dropped. Thundering Rebuke has been pretty common. Fable, the Mirror Breaker, is seen almost everywhere, but it reads Chapter 1, create a 2/2 red shaman token that whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. Then Chapter 2, you can discard up to 2 cards, and if you do, drop that many cards. And then its final chapter basically turns into a Geeky Jiggy. Goldspan Dragon probably really doesn't really need to be said about Goldspan Dragon. It's been in the format. It's been a staple in the format ever since Cold Time. New card from Streets of New Capenna, Titan of Industry. Really do love this card. It's a 7 mana 7/7 with Reach and Trample, and then when Titan of Industry enters the battlefield, you can choose 2. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Obviously, things like the enchantment decks, they can kill, say, a Jukai, Liberator, whichever the one. I think that's the one that enchantments cost 1 less. Can answer pretty much a bunch of the enchantments from their deck. Hallowed Hauntings, Scalding, or not Scalding. What card am I thinking of? Whichever flippin' saga that their deck also runs, whose name I'm currently forgetting. Artifact wise, can like answer like the Anvil, things like that. You can either choose a Gain 5 life, you can create a 4/4 Rhino Warrior token, or you can put a shield counter on the creature. Shield counters, for those if you're not aware, also a new mechanic. Maybe not mechanic, might not be the correct word, but a new counter, I guess. If a permanent with a shield counter on it would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove a shield counter from it instead. Do keep in mind that it does say whenever it's dealt damage, so even if the damage isn't lethal, the shield counter would still be removed. So if you have a shield counter on like a 5/5, but only 1 damage is dealt to it, the shield counter will be removed. So keep that in mind if you're ever dealing with stuff with shield counters. We are sorta kinda Naya, even though really this is red-green. Also, new card, Topiary Stomper. I really do love this card. This card is also a rampy card because it does put a land into play, but Topiary Stomper, 3 mana 4/4 with Vigilance. Whenever Topiary Stomper enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then Topiary Stomper can't attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. It kind of reads kind of similar to, I think it was Wayward Swordtooth back from Ixalan, where it also couldn't attack or block anything unless you had Ascend. And also, but I think it said you could put extra lands into play, I think is what Wayward Swordtooth said. But so they're kind of similar. They both read kind of similarly. Jetmir's Garden is the new Triumph for Naya. And then the only actual white card that's in this deck, which is a card I've actually absolutely love, is Fleetfoot Dancer. It's a 4 mana 4/4 with Trample, Lifelink, and Haste. Kind of like a more expensive Mantis Rider from, I think it was Khans or Dragons. Either Khans or Dragons at Tarkir. Mantis Rider obviously being now like a staple in like the humans deck. And I really do just love this card. This card does kind of help offset us from the damage we might be taking from our own Black Market Tycoon. I would also be very careful when playing this card because I have accidentally killed myself playing this. because you do take 2 damage for each treasure. So it is quite possible that you could kill yourself with this Black Market Tycoon and take 2 damage for every one of your treasures. Obviously, be careful. Courier's Briefcase is also a treasure. So if you do have a Courier's Briefcase and the Black Market Tycoon, you will take 2. Otherwise, we kind of went through the entirety of the deck. How many lands are running? 25 lands. Dens. 1 Den, 1 Lair, 1 Sokenzan, 1 Boseiju. No Iganjo in this deck. Since we don't have too many white sources, trying to rely on dealing 4 damage to a creature or an attacker or a blocker probably isn't super reliable. Although we do make a shit ton of treasures, so maybe there might be room for an Iganjo. We'll see. That's the pre-game deck tech. We're going to run a couple of games. Cardboard top. Thank you, Cass. I did forget Cardboard Life. We'll run a couple games with it, and then we'll do a post-game deck tech. And then we'll kind of go from there. Let me take a look at chat and see what's going on while I was doing this. It's an old, about 15 years old or so. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you enjoy playing it, right? Have you been playing it for the full 15 years? Promise Champ, I'm here. I'm late. I can't stay and actively support because I'm preparing for my D&D stream. You're great. Yo, Cass, I appreciate that. Cass, fucking legend. Love him. Yo, Mom in the chat? Alright. So let's go. We'll run a couple games, maybe 4 or 5 games with the deck, see what happens. Do I want to take this deck on ranked, though? Am I confident enough in this deck to take it on ranked? I don't know. We'll just do regular standard play for this one. I don't know if I'm confident enough. I don't know if I'm confident enough in my skills with this deck. We'll just take it through regular. So I've been gone for so long, been very busy. Yo! Quinn, you're all good? I hope it wasn't anything like terrible. I hope if you were busy doing things you love and not dealing with things that are flippin' awful. No red? I'm actually so tempted to kind of keep though. And I'm probably going to instantly hate myself for keeping this in. Our opponent does mulligan. And now, when love is done, there is nothing to say. You were gone and so effortlessly. You won, you can go ahead and tell them. There's a very strong chance I might play this as like the one white land we ever have. But we'll see. Kite Sail Cleric. Okay, so that actually is our land, actually. It does give us a mountain. So, if we draw an untapped land, might have been better to play this as a... Almost every land in our deck taps for green, though. Hey, I shout out the channel I'll be streaming D&D from. Yo, Cass, you can do whatever the hell you want. No way he blocks because this dies. Bachelor trip to Myrtle Beach. Wedding. You are not gonna block this. Wedding proposition from my friend's wedding, but just found out today that. Damn, Quinn, I'm sorry to hear that. Nine, 1 less 10 with our Esper. Well, exactly. Basically, what I'm hearing is the two of us put together can make a pretty flippin' solid deck. Well, I can't do anything to help you for draft, but standard. In my, is Esper your colors? You do play a lot of Esper, Exotic, so yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, I can get with that. That's a lot of Titan. It's my favorite color combo. It's definitely up there for mine. Typically, I go green, black, or blue, green, and then whatever other color. Because I love ramping and I love drawing cards, and that's pretty much blue, green. But Esper is definitely up there for me. Please bounce this back to my hand. Bounce the Topiary Stomper. Give me all the lands. Oh, Quinn, you're a tattoo artist? It's Liddy Spaghetti? Get out of here, Dorothea. Quinn, if you don't mind me asking, in what area? I'm always looking to get new tattoos. Western New York. Okay, that's a little bit out of the way for me. It's a little bit of a hike. I really don't like this card. This card's really annoying to me. Also seems like a very weird mythic, but... So how does this thing work again? At the beginning of the upkeep, then it has 2 or fewer, then I'll put a judgment counter. There's 3 more counters on it. It can attack its own. At the beginning, I'll put a judgment, and then if there are 3 more judgment counters on it, enchant the player. How much do you cast? Like, how does this thing transform them? Icon of Ameria? Yeah, whatever. He wants to block this with Faith Bound, whatever. You're bouncing this to my... Sure, thank you. I'll take that. I think it costs 7 mana for that thing to attach itself to something. Raven's warning. Sure, whatever. I'm probably just playing Flying Tribal. Fleetfoot Dancer. I was thinking the apprenticeship to learn how to do it, but the person I've been spending time with the shot just shot me down today. I'm not sure if I would think that you have nothing to show for it, Quinn. I would say that it was sort of kind of, while it didn't turn into the opportunity you wanted, I think it probably did. I'm sure some benefits and some good did come from it. I'm reasonably certain. Dorothea's Retribution. Sure, what's this thing do? Makes a 4/4. Yo, what's good, Muffin? I unfortunately only gain 4 life. I think I'm dead. Which is kind of a shame, because all I needed was like a land. Yeah, we're dead. We don't have a fire. Which is like really stupid, because yeah, I just needed like 1 more land to play Titan of Industry. Well, I found that. Yep, that was unfortunate. Currently 0-1 with the deck currently. Your art style might not have changed, Quinn, but did they kind of help maybe, I don't want to say improve, but I guess maybe improve might be the correct word. Maybe improve your art style. Like, I know, like, for me, Like, I did like some painting apprenticeships, and while I've kind of felt like the same way because like I didn't end up working for that person. Oh, this hand's awful. This hand's much more reasonable. Like, while I didn't end up working for that person, I did like end up getting like a lot out of it. So we can ramp into a turn 3 Fleetfoot Dancer. Well, you don't have flying, so that's unfortunate. Maybe it might be better to ramp into a Goldspan Dragon instead then. Oh, I thought they might have been playing Fin Fang Foom. I will snap block the shit out of this. I feel like I helped her more than she helped me, to be honest. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, them popping pillies made of you just like a rocks. Borrowed time. We don't have too many answers to that, unfortunately. Voltage. That's a reasonable draw here. Topiary Stomper. White Source. Toski. Feels weird not to be attacking with Goldspan Dragon, but I don't want him to draw a card. Although I definitely do need to draw another land, though. Cleric's Class. Interesting. Okay, well. Alright, currently 1-1. I don't know, Quinn. I feel like the way that I would maybe at least attempt to look at it, like, yeah, I'm willing to 100% bet that you definitely helped her more than, like, she helped you. But, I don't know, I feel like everything can kind of be, like, a learning experience and a learning opportunity if you, like, decide to look at things that way. Obviously, much easier said than done. Obviously. Ooh, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? I think like some Frosted Flakes. I've really been craving cereal like all day. I don't know why. Not the bottom. You've been through it. Too strong but too long. And I'm in up until I get home.
You know, fine. I'm gonna go fucking snuggle myself.
I can get behind this hand. It ain't the best hand of Magic cards I've ever had, but I just wish I painted that. No, Quinn, I 100% feel that, and I 100% can feel that. Like, I remember, like, I had a painting apprenticeship because that's originally what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to be a painter. I ended up in neuroscience, which I know is like completely like how the fuck, but like painting is what I really wanted to do, and painting was my passion and everything. And it didn't pan out, but in the end, you know the old saying like one door closes, another one kind of opens. I do kind of like wholeheartedly do think that. We'll go Den into Thundering Rebuke. More than likely. Depending on what they play. They don't play anything worth killing here. I hate to have to Thunder Rebuke this. We'll kill this now. There's a very strong chance that he's gonna like go land Obnixilis. Or he didn't even need to. He could have. Well, oh wait. Well, he needs a black source in order to play Obnixilis, but. Alright, green source. Topiary Stomper, get a red source depending on what we draw here. Running the eye, damn me, we've been too strong for too long. Now, I wouldn't let it get you down, though, Quinn. Because you are fucking amazing, you know? And I'm sure it's gonna end up working out, so... Nah, nope. Quinn, you are fucking amazing. I know, Quinn. I know. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but... You are amazing. I've seen your work, Quinn, and it's fucking spectacular. So, this might not have worked out, but I'm sure, I am 100% sure that while this opportunity didn't, the next one will. Did he get a card? Or was he like, nah, I'm good? I hope you're right. Nah, I 100. I know I'm right. I already know it. I already know it. Lotus Cobra. Are you also ramping? I don't know what's happening anymore. Is this considered a modified card? Oh yeah, it would be modified because it has a +1/+1 counter on it, right? Counters are modified. Yeah, minions, auras you control, and counters are modifications. Wait, as long as this is modified? Or... Oh, no, as long as it's modified. I thought as long as you control the modified card. Wait, if you control Planeswalker, is that considered a modified card? Because Planeswalkers are technically modifications. You never got to see me back at #1. It just says counters, right? Well, Quinn, if you need anything, I'm here for you. Hashtag my DMs are always open. If you ever need to talk, get anything off your chest, I'm here. This is questionable, right? This is oddly suspicious. I'm gonna go Goldspan Dragon here. Gonna Goldspan Dragon swing in. We are going to produce 2 green, make a Courier, make a token. Friends and cousins. This is fun. This is kind of interesting art. Hello, opponent. Everything. Nothing? Okay, sure. Weird, but I'll allow it. Play land for turn. I could go Goldspan Dragon again, which I'm kind of okay with. Alright, we're gonna play another Goldspan Dragon. We're gonna swing in with both Goldspan Dragons. How much mana would they give us? 2, 4, 6? If I had played an untapped land, I could have actually played Titan of Industry this turn too. Well... Wait, did I play an untapped land or did I play Jetmir's Garden? I think I played Jetmir's Garden. I actually can't remember what I did. I don't know what it is, but the amount of slow players I've played against today has been kind of incredible. And not in like a good way. Like, opponent has three spells in hand for certain. Because they haven't played a land drop in 3 turns. So they definitely have 3 spells in hand. But they currently don't have any black mana. I'm surprised you didn't get a black source. Like, you're playing Jun, but you flipped it. I don't know. I just realized they didn't actually get a black source from there. Is there any attacking with a 1? I mean, no downside in attacking with a 1, right? Okay, well, alright. Okay, GG's opponent. Alright, so I believe that's 2-1? Why? Too many people gone too soon. So far, I'd say the deck is probably doing what it's supposed to be doing. We did lose against Flyers, but I might have misplayed the... Actually, can't remember. Seems too far ago. Seems too long ago at this point. The world needs your voice just to make it through the rain. When I think of what's going on in this world, oh, it's me to see my sister not breathe. This hand doesn't do anything until turn 3. And even if I drew a card that I could play on turn 2, I wouldn't be able to, because everything... If I was on the play, that might be a different question. Although Fleetfoot Dancer is like a nice little way to mitigate any life loss. This is close. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. I mean, if we drew like untapped land and like Black Tycoon or the Briefcase, Courier's Briefcase, well, I'd have some pretty insane draw ability, but so we might keep it. It might be a little loose, but need your opponent mulligans. I'm gonna keep. Opponent mulligans to 5. Opponent, I hope you know treasure hunt's not legal in this format. Opponent kept 5. Evolving Wilds. Alright, sure. We might be playing the landfall deck. Seems likely. I can't cycle it. Why is that even an option? Okay, well, not landfall. Land for turn. Well, we did draw the untapped land part. Lotus Cobra. Land, sure. You got 2 manas. To be fair, though, he only has 2 cards left in his hand. Draw a card. You may put a land card on the battlefield. I would actually like to kill this. So I'm actually gonna see if I can like try to kill him as quickly as possible. Red source. So we're gonna go Rockfall Vale, Goldspan, and then see what happens from there. So if he goes like land, he can float a mana, and then he can have Green Witch, draw a card. It's pretty good. Like being able to draw a card per turn off this Green Witch is pretty solid. And if he has another land, he can put a land into play. Which the fact that it paused meant he had another land. And then you can activate this. It's pretty good. Last card in your hand's a land. Yep. But now you are empty-handed though. So, oh no, that's the vibe. No attacks, really? That's interesting. This woman. Swing for 4. Gretchen Titchwillow draws a card. You have a land you can put into play, otherwise it wouldn't have paused. The question is... It's actually pretty reasonable. Alright, we're gonna go Titan of Industry. Destroy target enchantment, put a shield counter. So he does get the ability to potentially draw 2 more cards off this hollow because I can't do math. Needleverge. Double major create if it's a... So he gets a copy of it? It's pretty reasonable. Draw a card, sure. Thundering Rebuke. Alright, so we can Thundering Rebuke this. Make it trash. Double red, Fable, make a token. Submit 0. Kill the Drake token. Alright. Yo, what up, Silver? Random magic card? I got you. Alright. Oh, I can close like 17 of these steps. Alright. Random magic card. Season of Growth. 2 mana enchantment from M20. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. For those of you who don't know scry, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom of your library. And then whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. And its favorite text: awake and lift your faces to the sun. Which is kind of like lit because all their faces are to the sun. It's kind of funny. What is that? Is that 3-1? Is that 3-1 with this deck so far? It was a very short leak. It's only been 30 minutes. Although I guess this deck is a lot faster than what's his face? Ranked or Esper. Typically you just play cards and go. I feel like this is like a trap hand. I'm gonna keep it. And I might get blown out for it, but we're gonna keep it and see what happens. Play Rockfall Vale, then go Den. Hopefully, if we draw another green source, we're fine. Ish. Nope, we drew another red source. Alright, oh. Hashtag sad face. Green source off the top, please. Untap green source. Luminarch Aspirant. Honestly, at this point, I'd also take a removal spell for this Luminarch. Well, you know what? Alright, I'll take that too. Skyclave Apparition? Sure. Fortunately, I don't have a good way of answering this Luminarch currently. So I think I can go Sokenzan. It's gonna be very hard for him to answer Goldspan Dragon. Containment. Actually, this is fun. I can go land. Seems like a waste of a thing, but sure. Sokenzan. Make a 4/4 destroy. So we can go land Jetmir Topiary. Game 2, sure. No blocks. Goldspan 2/4. About a mystery, hold me back about the spaz. About 4 or 5 seconds from wildin'. I have this game, been running it offline for the first time. How's that been going for you, Silver? Destroy target artifact, gain 5 life. Give me back my Titan. Yeah, elite spellbinder away. I mean, literally everything you have has to block, right? The interesting attack. Alright. Give me back my 3/3. All right. What was that, 4/1? All right. So that was a little bit of Naya ramp. I'm actually kind of impressed with this deck, to be honest with you guys. Wait, what was this? Rune Blue Dragon? Oh, sure. I was like, what card is that? I have to say, I'm actually like really happy with this deck. While we really didn't get like the black market Tycoon making counter or making treasures synergy kind of going on to like ramp into stuff. I'd say overall, like the deck really did kind of perform the way it was supposed to. Courier's Briefcase is really good. I really do love Topiary Stomper, but I don't think it actually ever fully came online. Except for that last match where, it was online, but it didn't really do anything. Really, like, the cards that, really did most of the work were Goldspan Dragon and the Titan of Industry. I think Fleetfoot Dancer did kind of come in handy for us gaining some life a little bit, but really, our wins came through Goldspan Dragon and the Titan of Industry. Fable really didn't have an opportunity to copy Titan of Industry, which kind of upsetting, but it is what it is. Like I said, Kiki Jiki being able to make reflections of Topiary Stomper, Fleetfoot Dancer, Goldspan Dragon, or Titan of Industry, any one of those 4 cards are honestly solid choices to make copies of, but we didn't really get the opportunity to do that. Our mana base seemed fine. Like I said, the white is simply a splash, and most of the time we're using the white off of treasures anyway, so casting this one Naya spell or the one Naya spell in the deck is fine. I'm not entirely sure what I would change for the deck. Honestly, it seemed to kind of pilot very well. Our one loss was to Flyers, and that was because I didn't have a Goldspan Dragon or Titan of Industry, and or I didn't draw a single removal spell either. So we had this part of the deck, but not that part or that part. Well, I think we did have Fleetfoot Dancer to try to gain his life, but I don't think we could gain life quick enough because they had the Dorothea that basically is a Geisa Sync draft, pretty much. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much about it for this deck. As for trying to make the deck, I guess, cheaper for those who might not have all the wild cards, counting wise, we have, how many rares are in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 18 for lands, 18 land, 18, 22, 34. So about 34 rares in this deck. I think when we counted it, I think 18 of them came from the mana base. So once again, I would probably say there are cheaper options for lands or non-rare lands. Although for this deck it's a little bit harder because the non-rare lands, it's one thing for like if you're playing like an Esper control deck or honestly any control deck where like your lands entering in tapped isn't super terrible. But in a deck that's kind of more aggressive and really wants their untapped lands, like if you think about it, really there are 4 lands that enter in untapped. These enter in untapped later, or you'll play this within like the first turn. But since there aren't too many land options, dual lands that enter in untapped that aren't the rare lands, it's a little bit harder for this particular mana base to support that. But once again, I would probably say focus on getting like the more shell of this deck, and then worry about getting the lands later. Especially if you can get, if you can get the majority of these lands. I mean, Fleetfoot Dancer can be replaced with some other good 4-drop. I put Fleetfoot Dancer in here because I love this card, and it's easy to splash in this deck if it's the only one white spell and you only need white. Maybe on turn 3 if you're ramping to it with the treasure. Or turn 3 if you get Topiary. Okay, well, you probably can't ramp into it. Well, okay, well, this is played on turn 3, so never mind. So either way, so either needing it on turn 3 or turn 4 isn't super unlikely. That being said, however, you can just remove the white, which would also remove your need for the Jetmir Gardens. Remove your need for Fleetfoot Dancers and maybe up the basic count and just run like a solid red or green 4-drop. So that's about all. That's about it for this YouTube video. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you watching. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure at some point, if you want to head on over and catch me live. I'm typically live on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 4:30 EST, for typically a few hours. So once again, YouTube, thank you so much, and hopefully I will see all of you, hopefully, some point on Twitch.